Let's take a look at turning a photograph into pixel art. First, you will pick a photo here in the assignment and download an image of it. If you don't see the download button, try clicking on the 3 dots. All right, my big-eyed cat is downloaded, and I'm going to open a new tab with Photopea, then click Open from Computer, and select that file. Originally, this was a much larger image. I resized it so that it's more suitable for pixel art. This is 200 by 200 pixels, and you can see the grid of pixels as we zoom in. So now I'm getting ready to start tracing this image and create my own pixel art. Just for good file management practice, I will double click on this and rename it reference. This is the image I'm going to refer to. So now I don't want to draw on the reference image. I'm going to create my own new layer. This button in the lower right will allow me to do that, but I could also hold down Shift and Control and type N. That will create a new layer. If I double click here, I can rename it. I'll call this one Outline. I will have a few different layers in this project, but I'm just going to start with an outline of the basic image. Long press on the brush to access the pencil tool. Almost ready, not quite. Control Z to undo that little test. Click in the top left and slide this down to 1 pixel. All right, now I'm ready for pixel-sized art. Control Z, Control Z. I don't have the right color. I will type D to get black and white queued up in the lower left-hand corner. And then there's just one other thing I want to do. I'm going to set up my eraser and my paint bucket. Here's my paint bucket under the gradient. And for my eraser, you can see it's 15 pixels in size. I'm going to bring that back down to 1. But I also, if I switch to my pencil tool and then switch to the eraser, I can type E to do that. You can see when I erase that it's kind of fading away. It's not a clean erasure. That's because the eraser is in brush mode. If you switch it to pencil, you can cleanly erase 1 pixel at a time without multiple clicks. Okay, so now to get rid of the rest of that, I'll just select that area and press delete. Control D to deselect that area, and now I'm ready to just trace and work for a while. One other thing I want to show you, and then you'll be getting off to work doing this on your own. That is opacity. So I'm working on my outline, and you can come in close. Once I start working on some of these areas of the cat, it'll be hard to see whether or not I have already traced it. So you can go to your reference image and turn down the opacity. Now it should be easier to trace because I can see which pixels I have filled in. After you work for a little bit, you might end up with an outline like this. And you can use the eyedropper tool to pick out some colors. If I want to start doing cat fur, I can type on the eyedropper, click on it here, and select that color. You can also type the letter I to select the eyedropper. Make sure to add new layers for each feature. And I think that is about it. Have fun, try to make something that looks cool, and make sure to save your work as a PSD as you go along. All right, see you for the next one.